God With Us is a song that was written during the end of 2017. And during that time, I was a part of my small group at church, and we were getting quite large. So we were expected to multiply into two separate groups by 2018. So I wanted to write a song that, in a sense, represented a thesis or summary, if you will, of what our group had gone through corporately and some of our experiences that we shared and what we had with our visions going forward. The song actually came by in quite a unique fashion. I was having a conversation with a good friend of mine at a coffee shop, and he shared with me a great idea I'd actually never thought about before. And he said, well, why don't you, host some sort of meeting where you could have people in our small group contribute, but not necessarily the final lyrics, but just the basic thoughts and ideas. And I thought that's brilliant. And this came about through an intentional prayer time where everyone was given a sheet of paper that had a few prompts on it. And the idea of the sheet of paper is just to write down all your thoughts and you have in your mind at that moment, and just allow it to be a stream of consciousness, raw, honest, any verses that come to mind, any struggles, any fears, any praises, whatever you think are prayers that we want to share corporately, to put that down on that sheet of paper. And during this time I played just a few songs on guitar in the background. Everyone wrote some notes on these pieces of paper at the very end. I took the pieces of paper together and tried to look for common themes and motifs throughout, or common metaphors. And it was interesting because there were a few things that surprised me. For instance, I think at least two people mentioned manna as a metaphor there. There's a few other things. For example, there's this contrast between contentment and thankfulness and peace in who God is as a loving Father, but yet on the other hand there's experiences of fatigue, guilt, and just tired of the sin and pain that's present in our lives. There's metaphors of streams of living water mentioned several times. Other things include like having a childlike faith, God to reveal His power, overflow of living water and just how we thirst for it, God being our sustainer, our source of joy, for patience and for peace through pain, to help us perceive ourselves as adopted sons and daughters, thankfulness of community, and to see the beauty of God's face. So these are just some examples that I found that were present in more than one of these written prayers as I was going through it. So I thought it was very interesting to see some of these ties between them. During the writing process, this is actually the first song that I've written from the guitar. Pretty much every time I write a song, I always write from the piano. That's my instrument of comfort. That's the one I'm the most familiar with. So in writing from the guitar, it's interesting because it forces you to be more creative, I guess, in a different way. And there were some chord progressions and things I did that I probably would not have done had I written this from the piano. So it was just nice to try to write it from the ground up using an instrument that's not my primary instrument. Concerning the recording process, the hardest part by far was the recording with the audio and video together. I think piano was the only one that I might have just done in one take, but every other instrument I've at least done probably a few takes just to get it right. But the fun part was finally getting to see all the instruments coming together, especially near the end during the bridge section when you see it all on the screen playing at the same time. So that's a little sneak peek behind the song, and I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you haven't gotten a chance to listen, there's going to be a link below to the music video for God With Us. And please feel free to subscribe on YouTube if you're watching this on YouTube, or follow me on the Facebook channel. From now on, I'm actually planning to try to upload new content every Monday. Most of it is probably going to be piano covers, and that's what I'm going to be focusing on for the most part. And every now and then I'll do something that's big, such as this music video, which takes a long time, so I can't do this all the time, but as time allows, I'll pull it out from every now and then. So thanks guys, again, appreciate it.